Hi guys, welcome to my very first attempt at a YouTube video. I'm going to finish prepping my skin and I'm just going to do a pretty basic makeup look. Can I give you that everyday, natural kind of feel? I already toned my face and put on eye cream. Next I'm going to apply an essence before I do my moisturizer. So this is the essence, it's the Laneige Water Bank. You can see it here. Do a couple pumps, so a very small amount, and you start in the center of your face. And the reason why I put on the eye cream first was because you really want that to absorb into the skin. So things that have the highest concentration like essences, eye creams, you want that to get into the skin first. So I'm going to let that sit for a little bit just to let it absorb into the skin. I usually put on a eye primer, let that sit. So proof it just a little bit, and then I'm going to pat it in. So let that eye primer sit. We've given that essence a chance to absorb into the skin, and we're going to go on with the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream. So dude, grab a little bit, start in the center of the face. And I like to take a little bit and do the neck. The neck is kind of one of those forgotten about places. And so we will start with just a very basic eye look. Nothing too crazy, just want to go for that natural vibe. So I'm going to start with just a big, fluffy, dense fluffy brush, just to lay down a kind of foundation type color. So for me, I'm very pale, so I can't start with something too dark. I usually actually go in with something super light. So I'm just going to gently pat that into the eye area. So I'm going to go in with a very neutral brown type color. I don't want to pick specific colors because not everybody's going to have the same skin type. So basically you're going to go in with something, a neutral brown, just to almost like shade in the eye area. I have hooded eyelids, so I like to kind of make them recede a bit. So I like to put that eyeshadow right into the crease. So same thing. I'm just gonna go in very lightly, a windshield wiper motion, putting down a little bit of a shadow. Same thing, go to the other eye, kind of just feel the contours of your eye where that bone is, and you kind of just sweep it into that area. So now you can see it's tapered, a little bit fluffier at the ends that you can kind of go into the crease. So now I'm going to go in with just one shade up, still in that like neutral browns kind of tone. So we're going to go in with that, and I have a lot of product on here, so tap off the excess so you can really place that color where you want to place it. And windshield wiper motion, very, very light. I like to extend the eye outwards, so when I go to the ends, I'm brushing it out and up. Same thing, this eye is a little bit droopier than this one, so I have to be very careful about making sure I'm placing product in the right spot, because when you have hooded eyelids, when you close your eyes, everything kind of just falls, so you have to really be careful where you're placing the shadows. You really don't want to end up hiding them all in the end. Same thing, windshield wiper motions, brush up and out on the ends. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of a darker color, and this is when I take it just a step down and try to almost create a deeper crease. Because I have those hooded eyelids, you want to recede the eye, you don't want to add light colors and bring that hooded lid forward. Do that, those eyebrows up so you can place that eyeshadow where you want to. And I'm keeping more of the shadow towards the outer corner because I want to have that very natural awake look. Do the same thing, I'm placing the color exactly where I want it. See, we're not going crazy. Just something super simple. We're gonna do a tiny bit of shimmer, mostly in the inner corners. So we're going to still go in with something light on the lid. A little bit darker than skin tone look here. So the color that we're gonna go in with is, it's kind of a taupey, and I'm gonna take that brush and just press that color all over the lid, just along the lash line. Inner side of the eye will bring it up a little bit more. Pressing, pressing, pressing. So now we're going to use the shimmery color. This can be any color you want. It's just gonna add a little bit of pop, so it's not too crazy for daytime. I'm gonna use my fingertips. I would find the smallest fingertip possible. So I use my little pinky. A very light sweeping. Just adds a little bit of light. We don't want to go crazy. Okay, and then take the other hand, which may be hard for some people. I'm a bit ambidextrous, so use the same motion, same angle to get that same application. It works much better. So very natural, just kind of giving that nice bright, like I woke up like this and I have a little bit of shine. We're gonna go for extreme natural type look. So I'm not gonna use any heavy eyebrow products. 2 different pencils. NYX micro brow pencil. I have blonde and I have ash brown. So usually I start with the blonde. So I'm gonna start by doing very like hair-like strokes, just following my natural brow. We don't want to go crazy with doing an exaggerated brow shape because we want to go natural. I'm concentrating this blonde color closer to the inner corner because we want to do that natural ombre type effect. So I finished doing the blonde. I'm going to go in with the ash brown. So this I like to just concentrate on putting on the ends. Brushing those hairs, keeping everything natural. So I'm doing those hair-like strokes, doing that on both sides. Take a step back, make sure everything's even. This brow is a little bit thinner. Later, we can always clean up the brows too because we don't have foundation on. We don't have to worry about messing that up. Start to do complexion. So I'm just taking a Q-tip, going around the edges of my brow. Because I don't have foundation on, I can kind of clean that product up. Same with a little bit under the brow. In the centers, you kind of want to take a step back, make sure that they're meeting each other in the middle. What I do now is I micro conceal. So I use a little bit of concealer and I just go in very small spots where I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. That way when I go in with my foundation, I don't feel like I need as much because I've already covered most of the areas that I want to kind of conceal. And this gives me a little bit more natural look because I'm wearing less product in the end. There we go. It is the color correcting concealer. So I like to do a combination of the purple and the kind of orangey color because I have very dark circles. We don't want to go in too hard with too much product. I'm gonna go and just gently add it. I'm using my fingertips so that I can kind of pat it into place. Okay, so you can see it kind of looks really bright. One here. Same thing, grab a little bit of product, layering it over top, and you'll be able to see how much brighter the under eye looks. It gives you a very bright, awake look. Or other areas I usually go in with. It is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is super concentrated, so I just melt it onto my hand a bit, warm it up on the skin. A few little like red spots here, spots where I had pimples that they're just still red. So I go in and add a tiny bit of product to just those spots. And we're just patting it. You don't want to swipe because it's going to thin the product out. This will help to blend it and diffuse the color, but still keep coverage in the area we want it. So we'll just add a little spot. Press, tab, diffuse that. Same thing here. A little spots. Skin is already starting to come together. I do like to add a little bit more concealer around here because I get redness around the nostril area. Press it to that nostril area. This is my foundation. This is what I'm using for a mirror as well. Really nice compact. Laneige BB Cushion Hydra Radiance. This is number 11 porcelain, and it is broad spectrum SPF 50. So it's great because I need the sunscreen. It gives me such a fresh, dewy look. So I have my little puff. Puff is actually nice. It's separated from the foundation so it doesn't get all mushy all the time. This actually came with a refill, so when this is finished I don't have to go out and buy a whole nother thing. I can just get refilled, and I'm going to press it into the skin. No sweeping. We already put concealer and everything. We don't want to smear that around. So we're going to gently, see the mark? This is going to be kind of a buildable coverage. So pressing it. You want to see the difference? Pat and push the product into the skin. Now the only thing with a cushion is that you don't have as much control when it comes to product around like the edges of the eyebrows and stuff. So I'm going to have to go back in and just kind of make sure the product is blended out with a different sponge. Remember that? Can't forget the middle of the eyebrows. This is our skin look so far. Skin is a little dry around my forehead. Not cute. From there, then I like to kind of build a tiny bit of contour. We're not going to go hard, we're not going to bake, we're not going to do nothing like that. This is just to add a little bit more shape back into the face. Let's take a small angled eyeshadow brush. I'm using this NYX product here. This one. Take a little bit of product, tap off the excess, just down the sides in a sweeping motion, sweeping from this side of the bridge upwards. I'm just going to do light sweeps, sweep, 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 sweep. Then take a smaller brush, same product, tap it off, and this is when, if you want to add a little bit more definition, you do it on the nostrils. Again, from this side upwards here, and then I like to define the tip a little bit. So I'm going just on the bottom here, but we're gonna go in. I'm using the same brush that I used, just softening that. No extra product, just blending it out. So you have a little bit more definition. I want to do the cheeks, kind of around the shape of the face. I like to do a little bit under the chin, you know, just. So you wanna do your fish lips. That's where we'll be placing that product. And we're gonna start from the outside corner inwards. Find where that bone is, if you can kind of see. Just adding a little bit more shape. This is a cute look. So we're not going hard, we're not baking a cake. look how doing my skin looks. This is when I like to actually add my cheek color, because I like to just have a like lit from within kind of look. Little cream compact. A smile. Apples of the cheeks. So super light, kind of flush. This color is Sugarball. It says Sugarball Cushion Cheek Color, and this is Creamy Rose number 5. This is when I like to add my highlight. And when I say highlight, I mean, I'm not talking like shimmers. I'm talking like the actual light areas of the face, where you like the bridge of the nose, the under eye. I'm gonna go in with this color, and I will add a little bit of this color. It's very shimmery and icy. Afterwards, a little bit brighter. So this is like my under eye area, sweeping up and outwards. A little bit on the chin. Center of the forehead. I want to do the center of my nose and just down the center of the nose. And I'm going to sweep downwards. Along the side here. Towards the center tip of the nose. And do under the eyebrow arch. A little bit of highlight, nothing too crazy. We still want it to be natural. Just to the top of the cheekbone. So this is kind of when we do our finishing touches. To do mascara, I'm using the Benefit Badgal Bang. So this is the travel size. I have like blonde eyelashes, so this is going to be a huge game changer. This is probably what takes me the longest. Have eyelashes. Wow. Okay. Lilac, Anastasia, Beverly Hills, Lolita 2. So I'm gonna do a mix of these two colors. Oh, my lips are so dry. Okay, hold that thought for a minute because my lips are really dry. Okay. While that dries, I'm going to finish off. Okay, so I use a lot of sprays at the end because I find it just finishes off the overall look. Tatcha Luminous Spray. So I hit my face before. And yes, I use a lot because I just love being fresh and dewy, dry. Skin is looking glowing. So I'm going to use a makeup setting spray now, the Forever Fix and Mist. Yes, I use a lot. It's just who I am as a person. Lips are feeling better. I'm going to start in the inner. So this is very orange for me. I'm going to go in with that like soft lilac color. Again, blending it out. I'm going to take my little puff just on the corner here. Okay, so this is that final look. What do you guys think? This is my kind of first go at this. So if you guys liked it, please let me know. So thanks. If you like the look. Peace out.